I want to speak up based on some of the issues that I have seen in coastal Georgia when it comes to Latinos, Latinas, Latine, Latinx. I know oftentimes we get called Spanish, the Spanish people, but I'm always like, I'm not from Spain, right? Like I'm Latina or I'm Hispanic, right? Yes, I'm like, y'all are Americans, no English.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, today I'm here speaking as myself. I have been an advocate for the immigrant and Latino community for almost 11 years now. I know I don't look that old, but that's because I actually had to start really young. But I wish I didn't, right? I wish I didn't have to start advocating at the age of 18 for my community to be seen. But I had to, and I'm still around. I'm happy to share that some of the issues that I saw when I first started as an organizer are no longer an issue anymore. But there's so many other things that are happening. I know that oftentimes, especially for politics, Latinos are not always included. And that makes me really sad. Taking into account Chatham County. Chatham County is number 10 in the top 10 counties that have the highest number of eligible Latinos. Then after Chatham County, we also have Liberty. Because Liberty has a lot of Puerto Ricans that are also eligible to vote. But both counties don't have a ballot in Spanish, right? And that is an issue. Oftentimes, I haven't seen any signs for the presidential campaign in Spanish. I would love to see something, but I haven't seen it. And then oftentimes politicians go and then ask, why are Latinos not voting for me? Instead of saying, how can I make sure that I'm being inclusive so that Latinos feel seen and they vote for me? And this happens both in the Republican and Democrat Party. We see that issue a lot. Oftentimes, for even local candidates, they come to me sometimes asking me, I forgot about the Latinos. How can I make sure that they vote for me? And more politicians need to start thinking about the power of the Latino vote from the beginning of their campaign, not as a last-minute resource. But when it comes to thinking of talking about the power of the Latino vote, we also need to think about how complex it is. Oftentimes, we are seen as a monolith, and we are not. There's the low-income Latinos, the middle-class Latinos, the rich Latinos, there's Democrat Latinos, Republican Latinos, the business Latinos, the working class Latinos, but oftentimes I have seen that happening in coastal Georgia, that we all get put into a box. And that needs to change. That needs to change because the communities are not being seen. When I work on educating Latinos on the importance of voting, oftentimes they don't know what's on the ballot. Many of them don't know. And as I mentioned, like the complexity of how it is. Many Latino families they have different immigration statuses, meaning that oftentimes mom and dad cannot vote, but the children can. There's also people that are in the process of becoming U.S. citizens through naturalization. So oftentimes people think, okay, your vote is your power, but through the work that I do, I'm not a U.S. citizen myself, so I cannot vote, but I have the power to register a lot of people to vote and to get a lot of people to vote because I told them to vote. oftentimes